Hello there, Capricorn. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Welcome to February and welcome to your February reading. I am going to be focusing on relationships and how you're relating with the people around you for the month of February. Since we're talking about love and we're talking about connecting and making connections, it's good to look at your relationships as they currently stand and then how you are managing them or how you are being seen or perceived or how you are perceiving your experience in relationship to relationship. So I'm going to be working with Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit of the Animal Oracle. This is for your, so that we can look at who's around you. And then we're going to turn to Carolyn Myss's Archetype Cards to see how you are relating to the people around you and to finalize your reading with the details of the tarot. I will be reading from the Tarot of 1001 Nights. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started, Capricorn, so we can get some clarity going here. Alright. So this message is for all of my Capricorn people. Capricorn, I look like you. All of these fell out. No, I'm not going to take all of them. I'm just going to be pulling 3 for you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you find that you're dealing with a lot of people, because I think last month we also established that you were dealing with lots of people. All right, so I am looking for Capricorns, comrades, people who are around Capricorn, who they're relating to, and who they're connecting to in the month of February. So you've got Buffalo spirits here. Buffalo spirited people are very powerful souls. They are givers. They are connected to the tribe. They are usually probably at the head of the pack in terms of nurturers, people who nurture and give back to their community and to their family. Those are the givers. This could be people that you more readily relate to because they are earthy souls. Buffaloes would be considered among the earth signs, so Capricorns, Virgos, and Tauruses would probably fall under this category. Not always, not necessarily, but we're really talking about the energy and the spirit of the individual and or individuals. And so these are the type of people who are givers, who are nurturers. The buffalo is revered in among Native American cultures because of the fact that when you take one buffalo, it provided so many things for the tribe, from food to clothing to tools and weapons, and there was no part that was not used. And so the buffalo spirited people come with that background of giving, of nurturing, and of providing. Okay, then you have the skunk spirits. Now what I know about skunks is that they're so cute, cuddly, and furry and all that other kind of stuff, but they have a reputation that won't allow people to get anywhere near them. People may mistake the intentions, or they may feel a little apprehensive about approaching a skunk person, but in real life they're actually quite delightful little animals. With all animals that come forward in these readings, I ask that you spend some time learning about the animal in its natural form, in its natural habitat. Learn about its habits, its behaviors, its the animals that are predators of that animal, or if the animal is itself a predator, what its prey is. Just some basic information will give you a lot to go on when you're dealing with people who carry that energy with them. So the last card is the elephant spirit. Now the elephant spirit has a lot of rich folklore around it, so I would suggest also, in addition to learning about the elephant itself and its natural habitat, that you also learn about the cultural and particularly the spiritual / cultural information that is related to the elephant itself. There are different cultures who revere the elephant, or the elephant shows up for them in their spiritual teachings. For example, with the Hindu, the elephant god Ganesha has an elephant head and has a man's body, and there's like folklore and stories around how that came to be and who the elephant represents. Now, with Ganesha, the elephant represents Ganesha, who is the remover of obstacles. So we can relate that to Alegba. Alegba in the Santeria and Lukumi and several different religions that stem from Yoruba, stem from Nigerian descent and Yoruba, through the African American diaspora. I know I'm going on and on. That is the equal there. So we're talking about removing obstacles, but that's not the only thing from the elephant. In this card, it says learning from your past. So we know that elephants are known for their memories, and elephants are also known for their community. So these two energies to me are working together. The elephant, once they're with their tribe, they kind of move with their tribe throughout life. They know each other. They can be separated from the tribe for long periods of time, but they still know each other when they're reunited. So there's some great information out there about elephants and the way of the elephants. And so that would then apply to the people who are operating with that elephant energy around you. So elephant spirits, skunk spirits, and buffalo spirits. Not bad. The skunk spirit is like understanding who you are. Those are people who may be understanding themselves, understanding their defense mechanisms as well. So, definitely the skunk has a mean defense mechanism. Well. All right, so I'm moving on to Carolyn Myss and the Archetype cards. This is so that we'll know how Capricorn is relating to the people around you. These cards come in light and shadow attributes. So if they come in the upright, I read the light attribute. If they come in the reverse, I'll read the shadow. But I'm pulling two cards so we can see both sides of yourself, both your masculine and your feminine, or your yin and your yang, or right and left, or whichever way you want to think about it. So you're coming in the light. That's great, Carol Ann. This is the gambler and the advocate. So this is the way people see you. In the light attribute of the gambler, you're willing to follow your gut and your intuition, even when other people doubt your abilities. So this isn't like you going out spending your money to make more money. It's really about you taking gambles and taking risks and pushing forward in your life, and being willing to take the risk that you feel like you need to, and other people see that in you. Now, some people may think you're taking too much of a gamble, but in the light attribute, you're actually balanced in that regard, which means that your first chakra energy is on point, because usually people who feel fearful or afraid to take a chance don't feel that they are secure in their foundation. They don't feel secure, and so it makes it hard for them to take calculated risks. And I will say, as far as Capricorn is concerned, they love their money and they love stability. So that other notion of being a gambler is probably not the case with you. And then you're also considered to be an advocate, somebody who puts your compassion and your love for other people into action, sticking up for other people, being a voice for others, and being able to express the notions and the sentiments of those people around you that you are surrounded by to other people who can be helpful to them. So you're both advocate and you're a little bit of a daredevil, willing to take some chances, willing to take some calculated risks, as I said, with other people and with other situations that a lot of other people may not feel as comfortable and as confident in doing. All right, so moving right along to the tarot portion of this reading. This is where I get into the details. We start to look more at your personal relationships, how you are, if it's any love relationships, family, anything like that. We're just being open to receive in terms of what Capricorn needs to, or how Capricorn needs to look at their relationship situations for February. All right, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles coming in reverse, and to me this is about you being led in some way toward the finish line as far as relationships are concerned. It is in reverse, which means that there is some things that you're still working out as far as your relationships are concerned, Capricorn. We've got the 5 in reverse. That's about lessons. That's the Hierophant. It's called the Venerable Man in this deck, but it's the Hierophant. So there's lessons to be learned, or lessons that you're still learning about relating to other people in a romantic sense, or in a romantic relationship. I am seeing that with the 2 of Chalices there. I do see that there, for some of you, there is a person that you may be connecting with. You are trying to harmonize yourself with another person. You've been doing that alone so far for some of you, but now you're sharing your space with another individual. Some of you may have moved in. Some of you may be just in a new relationship, or reaching a new level in your relationship, where you're trying to bridge the 2 energies and have it be harmonious in nature. So you're still working through that a little bit. Okay, I am seeing some joy. I'm seeing some freedom coming here. I get the feeling, Capricorn, that, if you have this relationship and it works out, that's great. But if not, you are still seeking your own freedom in a lot of ways. And that may be why you're not settling down, or why you're not making a full commitment quite yet. But you are working toward that end, and that's something that you will have to sort through. There are some things that are still lurking in your past or in your psyche about relating and relationships. It could be fears, but I feel like these are things that you're overcoming at this point. Like you're out of the danger zone. You're out of that. You're moving out of that phase where you really are having to face your demons around relationships, so to speak. But I have a King of Swords here in reverse. And usually when the King of Swords comes in reverse, then it's about being logical, using your logic in relationship to you and this significant other person, rather than solely relying on your feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions are very important. That's what draws us to one another. It's visceral. It's not something that can be spoken. But then once you're over in the relationship, you have to start being logical about you have to start being logical, right? So you have to start thinking about practical things, and whether or not needs are being met, and whether or not this person can support you in the way that you need to be supported. It's thinking about how you need to be supported, and whether or not you need to be supported by your significant other. Which is an important thing to know, because sometimes what we do is we try to make our significant other be the end all, the be all to end all in all relationships. And it's like, that's not the case. So if it's regarding feeling supported in your work, you have to determine whether or not your significant other, your partner, is the person to support you in that, or whether you need an investor. Like I hear a lot of people saying, well, I need for my partner to support me in what it is that I do. Well, it depends on what you do. And if what you do doesn't have anything to do with your partner, it's really unfair for you to ask them to be completely supportive of what you're doing. You may just need another person who knows what you're doing to be supportive with you. And then that frees you to have an untethered relationship with your partner. And by untethered, I mean that they don't feel like they have to be overly obligated to aspects of your life that really doesn't necessarily pertain to them. I feel like that's where the pressure cooker starts, where the pressure cooker begins, because your partner, if they love you, they do want to be there for you, and they will even try to be there for you in ways that they probably can't be or don't, have all the capacity for. But I think, Capricorn, it's important for you to kind of compartmentalize and what you really need from your romantic partner versus what you may need from a work partner, a colleague, or a parent, or anything like that. Sometimes we want our significant others to fill in the gaps that they can't fill in because that's not their role, that's not their position. For example, people who have had unhappy childhood relationships and with a father or a mother, and so they're looking for the surrogate father or mother in their relationships. I'm not saying that's you, I'm just giving you an example. And so it's unfair to put that kind of pressure on somebody who isn't your mother or your father, right? Apply that pressure to the mother and the father, or have that conversation with your parent if you're able to, if they're still around. And if not, you can always connect to your ancestors through the spirit realm to settle issues and ask questions and things like that. Okay. So I'm seeing here with this Knave of Pentacles that you are still trying to figure out what you're doing. You're still trying to, you're looking at an array as far as the relationships are concerned. You are looking at a smorgasbord of individuals, to be honest with you, Capricorn, is what it looks like to me. I don't think you're noticing that, though. I don't think you're paying attention to it. I think it's something that you don't even realize. It's like the smorgasbord is in front of you, but you're looking for the bathroom or something. Maybe you're looking to exit because you're not sure about it or what have you. But I am seeing that there's many fish in the sea. There's many opportunities for you to express yourself energetically with another person, physically with another person, by being intimate, or even building a home with each other, whether you're gonna, like I said, live together, or whether some of you are recently married, or you are taking your relationship to the next level. Because if you're taking the relationship to the next level, it is going to affect how you move in your home environment to a certain extent, even if it's just nothing other than somebody's going to be in your home more often to see you, or you're going to be leaving your home to do something, to connect, or to have a have a relationship with somebody else in their environment. So you just need to look around you. Look around you at the possibilities and make your decisions and make your choices. But I don't feel like you're in any rush about that. I feel like you need to do some self-reflecting too around your relationships. It's not a bad thing to have. It's not a bad thing to do. I get the feeling, Capricorn, that you really could care less about a relationship, to be honest with you. Like you could take it or leave it. But I do feel like there's a part of you that wants that. There's a part of you, your Capricorn side, your truly goat Capricorn side, can take it or leave it, and you can very easily just not have a relationship at all, because you always have a knack for finding something else to occupy your mind with. But we really are talking about balance, and I think deep down on the inside, Capricorn, you really do want that balance. You would like to have that balance, because if you have that balance, then you're balanced. You have something to come away from the world with. Like you're out in the world doing your thing. You want to be able to come off of that, like to come away from the world and be able to relax and enjoy yourself. So we see the Queen of Wands here. So we have a Queen of Wands in reverse and a King of Swords in reverse. So somebody isn't talking and somebody isn't expressing. Somebody isn't talking and somebody isn't really expressing how their passion for the other individual. So for some of you, you are in relationship. For some of you that are in a relationship with somebody, one person is not really telling you, is not really communicating, or they're not communicating, and then the other individual is not being outwardly expressive of their true emotions or their true feelings. So this is about a perspective. Again, this is perspective from the past, from past hurts, changing your perspective about what happened in a past relationship that may have been hurtful or painful to you. It's about shifting that perception within, so that changes your behavior without. And I'm seeing that really affecting everything from that smorgasbord that you can't see all the way to, you know, how you're not actually being very open about how passionate you feel about that significant other. So you have your sights already set on something else. For some of you, you already are have set your sights on something else. And then for some of you, you and your significant other are looking out into the horizon at something new that you want to embark upon. New territory, new ground. That's great. That's fine. Again, make sure you're communicating with each other. And I feel like this is the King of Chalices, but I'm not seeing this as another person. I'm seeing this as an energy that comes forth when everybody is in the upright, when everybody is communicating, when everybody is expressing fully their full self, when you are, when you've gotten past the old pains, and when you've changed your perspective about a past relationship that has gone wrong. Really, literally is it. For those of you who are dealing with that past relationship pain thing, your issue is that you need to see it for what it really was. Like, you're seeing it for the painful part, but you need to not see the good in it, but you need to see it for what it is, period, in a neutral way. And when you're able to see it from some level of neutrality, then I think that you're going to find that how you approach your relationship is going to be any relationship is going to be very, very different. Okay, so if you would like to take a deeper dive, you know where to find me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. If you would like to also have a relationship reading, you can reach out to me at that same email address, because relationship readings are not available through the website. But what is available through the website is Reiki. We do stone healing. We also do remote Reiki, which is a really great way to get your energy moving and get you shifted, like that mind shift stuff that we're talking about. And we also do coaching through intuitive life management. So if you know that you need someone to help you be accountable toward reaching your lifestyle goals, then you can reach out to us through wooingnature.life, the Facebook page, the Instagram page, or the Twitter page, all at Wooing Nature. All right. So as always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fabulous February, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.